Welcome to Chef Michael's Outdoors. And as you'll notice, we're not really outdoors, man. We're in my kitchen. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna make some food that later on we will take outdoors. Huh? All right, see what I did there? All right, anyhow, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make some beef jerky. Now, most people, beef jerky, let's face it, it's not that exciting. People are like, oh, just beef jerky, and it's always pepper, or it's always teriyaki, or it's always, oh, a little spicy. We are making Chef Michael's beef jerky today. We're gonna make some green chili garlic beef jerky. All right, and beef jerky is real easy, so don't ever be afraid of doing this. It's pretty simple. So what we will do is we start with the beef. Well, you gotta glove up, because, yeah. And we're gonna grab a blade. I got this bone-handled medieval looking thing that was my great-granddad's that I use for everything because it's really sharp. I dig it. What we have right here is we just have some of your basic USDA choice top round, baby, top round. Because I've made beef jerky out of tons of different kinds of meat. I'm not lying, man. It really doesn't matter. You can use some cheap meat and it turns out good, or you can use some expensive meat you spend a lot of money on. It turns out just about the same. Just want to avoid something with a ton of fat in it because you don't want it dehydrating and dripping down and getting all over everything. So, most important thing you want to do is you want to figure out which way the grain is running on this bad boy. Because you definitely want to go cross grain with it. You don't want to go with the grain or your stuff will be super stringy. And nobody likes super stringy beef jerky. Ain't nobody. So we're going to cut this. And I like my beef jerky a little bit thicker than most people. So we're going to go, I don't know, about like there. About like right there. Yeah. So we're going to do that. And we're going to go all the way down this bad boy. And we're just going to cut pieces off. And we're going to slice. And then we're going to slice some more. And then we're going to slice. And you want to try to get them all roughly the same. A little bit of variation is not going to hurt anything. It's really not. And we're going to try all the grain on this bad boy. It's changing on me. She's changing. So we're going to go this way on this piece. Oh, look at the way that knife glides, boy. It just glides. And then we're going to put our cut meat into another container right now. And we're going to cut and cut and cut. And we're going to go. Oh, yeah, girl. Don't cut yourself now. Yeah. Now, this is going to be some real thick beef jerky. I kind of like it that way because it takes a little longer to dehydrate. But, man, it's just, I don't like that crispy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You bite into it and it's all hard and it takes forever to rehydrate in your mouth. And then you're thirsty and it's got too much salt. And it just gets out of hand. All right, so we're going to cut this whole thing down. And it's nice and lean and it was trimmed pretty good. I got this at Costco, dude. Costco got good meat. And I'm just saying. Costco gets as good a meat available to the consumer pretty much with the exception of my super high-end stuff that I can get at the restaurant. All right, now that we've got this cut up, this is Chef Michael's secret here. You want to lay it out because we're going to hit it with a needle gun. Not like a needle gun like you use to chip off paint, but like a needle gun that you would use for food, a meat tenderizer. And we're going to continue this. We're going to lay out our meat and we're going to needle it. And what the needle is going to do, it's going to tenderize it. And if you don't have a needle gun and you don't have like a meat tenderizer kind of a thing, it's kind of cool because you can just take a couple of forks and go totally Mr. Miyagi style and freaking nail it. The whole idea is to put a whole bunch of little holes in here that the marinade is going to soak into. And then when you dehydrate it, not only is the meat marinated, but you've got some of your marinade kind of locked in the middle of it. And when you put it in your mouth and it rehydrates, and it's just like, oh, like a flavor grenade. Yeah, that's right. I said it. All right. And we're going to continue. Chances are I'm not going to make you guys watch all of this for the whole video, but you get the idea. We're going to lay it out because it's meat, and meat's good. Everyone likes meat. Well, not everybody, vegetarians, but that's a cruel disease some people are afflicted with. All right, needle it. Now what this thing does is pretty cool, man. You push down on it, and all them little needles, yeah, them little needles, boy. Yeah, they stick into your meat, which sounds kind of dirty, but it's not. We're just making jerky. And you just take this thing, and dang, I'm getting all crazy over here. works if you're having a bad day too and you're pissed. You're like, yeah, get it. I hate you. Die. And we got to do the rest of it. And, you know, I was laying it out all pretty. It doesn't really have to be too pretty for the needle part. You can just kind of dominate with it and just go off. So, here we go. And the more little holes you put in it, think of these as making little tubes of flavor inside your beef jerky. The more little tubes of flavor you have, the better your beef jerky is going to taste. And let's face it, round steak's a little tough, so this will help kind of make it a little tender too. All right, now we have needle gunned. And we are going to put this in here. All right, and then we're going to do the other one. Oh, it feels good in my hands. Oh yeah. In here, and it's time to make the marinade. Oh yeah, marinade. Throw this out. Trusty trash can. We are going to deglove for this part. And what this is here, this is peppers. Normally, I would roast my own, but I had to work all day, and I only got like an hour, so I'm kind of tired. So we just got the canned ones. These are just green chilies. And they should be probably pastillo peppers that are fire roasted and then the skin's peeled off. This is just so much easier than roasting them. You lose a little bit of flavor, but not a lot. And what we're using them for, we're going to concentrate it anyway, so it'll be just fine. We're going to drain these in our trusty sink. And then, here comes the magic part, boy. We're going to put them in a blender cup. Yeah. And then we're going to go into our trusty refrigerator. And we are going to get some garlic. And this is almost embarrassing for me to say as a chef. But yeah, I'm using the little plastic round, lime juice. Theoretically, it's pure lime juice, but you know, it's going to be just fine in this application because we're going to dehydrate it. It's just there to add a little boost in the flavor profile. And then we're going to put a little bit of garlic and some of that garlic water. Oh yeah, the garlic. Put that back on. I'm going to step over to my blender. I'll be right back. I ain't really going anywhere. I'm just going to go blend this up real quick. Yep, that's it. All right, I'm going to take this off of here. And this is the fun part. Yeah, we get this meat, boy. Right there, can you see the meat? We're going to salt it. Then, we're going to take this, and we're just going to marinate it, pour it all over. Look at that beautiful green. Oh, it's going to be good. All of it, get it all, get it all. Shade out, shade out. Now, gotta get loaded back on, because this is kind of the fun part. You want to make sure that every little piece of this here meat has a little green chili garlic salt on it. Oh, I probably should have picked a little bit bigger bowl. Ooh, but it's still fun. Is it sick that this is really entertaining for me? This is kind of cool. It's like sticking my hands in cold guts. I know that's not appetizing, but it's working for me. I'm just saying. All right, and then we're gonna get this all down here. I'm gonna pat it down, kind of cover the top. I'm gonna deglove right here. And then this particular part is very important. This goes into refrigeration. Refrigeration, meaning your chill box or your ice box, and we're gonna make it cold. We're gonna let this marinate for about 12 hours. And while that's marinating, I'm gonna chill and maybe have a beer and make a sandwich. But you're not invited to that part, that's just me. I will see you when this is done marinating. All right, bye-bye. All right, so it has not been 12 hours. Actually, I checked it this morning after 12 hours and I didn't think the marinade had penetrated it quite enough. That sounds a little dirty. It's not. We're talking about food. Get your mind out of the gutter. So we waited an additional 12 hours. So this stuff has literally been on the marinade for about 24 hours. This is going to be good. All right, so the next step of this is actually loading it into the dehydrator. All right, so what we need to do to that is we have to grab a rack from the dehydrator, which we have right here. And so what I like to do is use a little parchment paper. Now to do this, all you do is take your parchment paper. You can buy it anywhere. You know, I think I got this at Target. Get your sheet down, and then you set it down here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not talking artwork here. Side, and then we got a little hanger over there that we got to get rid of. Like I said, you can tell it's an inexact science. All right. Get these guys away. Now that we have this loaded, it's the fun part. Oh, wonderful. All right, now what we're going to do is piece by piece, we're going to pull this out and we're going to leave a lot of the marinade on it. Okay, and we want to put these individually, space them a little bit apart so that we got lots of airflow, and you don't want to wipe off all that marinade because that's going to dry and give it flavor. But you do want them to all be super flat, because if you get like a bend in them or something, that part won't dehydrate and it'll be all weird. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's not cooked. Okay, it actually, in the dehydrator that I have, it blows hot air over it about 160 degrees. So it's actually going to cook it to 160 degrees and dehydrate it at the same time. So don't worry, oh my gosh, you didn't cook it, it's raw meat. It's not going to be raw meat, it's okay. Alright, so we're going to take the dehydrator. This is an LEM model dehydrator. It's a pretty big one. It was, like I said, my first home play around with. And it's pretty simple. You open the door, and it's got these racks in here. And you just take these out, slide them into the rack spaces. Just slide them in. Oh, there we go. And they are perfectly spaced so that you allow airflow between all of them. And I'm just going to suggest when you're doing this for the first time, make sure you've got it put on a counter or something that that can get wet, because as this thing cooks a little bit, there will be moisture buildup around the bottoms of it. All right, so what we are going to do, we're going to set this bad boy up on high. We're going to turn it on. For beef jerky and things that we're not trying to rehydrate, that we're actually just trying to eat when they're dehydrated, you don't go as long. It's a different procedure if you're looking to rehydrate. So we are going to go 4 hours and 45 minutes. And then we're going to hit the start button. That's it. We will see you in 4 hours and, well, I put 50 minutes. 4 hours and 50 minutes. And we'll see the finished product. See you then. So welcome back. It's the next morning. No problems. The stuff dehydrated just fine. I just checked it. All right, let's check it out, man. All right, so now all we got to do is open up the door and slide the trays out. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, look at that beef jerky. Look, dude, it turned out bomb. So anyway, yeah, super simple, super easy, no problem. You can do it at home by yourself. I did. All right, so thank you for watching Chef Michael Outdoors. I promise at some point we'll actually get outdoors. I'll take some of this with me to eat. All right, see you later.